guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my 20-week update. It's been a few weeks since I recorded, and I had a couple doctor's appointments I had to go to, so I wanted to record afterwards. So this is my 20-week update. I'm actually 20 and a half weeks pregnant now. My weeks change on Thursdays, and it is Sunday night right now. So I'm 20 weeks and 4 days, whatever that is. So we need to rewind a couple weeks, about 18 and a half weeks along. I had a ultrasound done. They call it an anatomy scan. It's the first time I've ever had to have one of those done. And basically all it is, if you're not familiar with it, is it's an in-depth ultrasound. So it takes about 45 minutes for the actual ultrasound, and then before that we had a genetics counseling meeting because I did turn 35 a month ago or so. And so once you hit 35, it kind of puts you at a higher risk for certain birth defects and things of that nature. I apologize if I sound out of breath. I am. Anyways, so we went and had the genetics counseling done. She asked us our family history. Basically, after all was said and done, after discussing a few, backgrounds for, like, my husband is diabetic. I had a niece that was born with unusual, I would say, birth defect, but it's not something that would be corrected or anything. And that was, 20 years ago, and nowadays if you're born that way, you're fine. I can't remember. Gastrokinesis is what I believe it was called. It's basically where when the baby is developing, the skin over the abdomen and the muscles there don't actually join, so there kind of is an opening, and that leaves room for internal organs to find their way out. And that is what happened to my niece many, many years ago. Unfortunately, back then they didn't really do this kind of testing, and my sister at the time was young, so she wouldn't have had this done anyways. But so they weren't aware that she had the problem when she was born, and unfortunately she passed away when she was about 4.5 due to complications from all of that. But anyways, so there's like a 1 in, I don't know, crazy amount that it just happens on its own. They're not really sure why. It's genetics, possibly. It could possibly be just environmental factors, and then there's just we have no idea. So everything that was kind of showing up on our genetic screening all kind of fell into that, well, it's not really genetics, it could be environment, we're not really sure, but you're not at any higher risk. And I did have, back at around 16 weeks, that blood draw done, the quad screen, and that came back fine. So they weren't really concerned. Went in for our ultrasound, and as I said, it took about 45 minutes. Baby, we didn't know what we were having, and I will tell you what we were having in just a moment. We did find out, so that was really weird to not know at 20 weeks, because with our daughter we found out at 15 weeks. So we went in, and she started doing the measurements. They measure the head, they get a close-up of the face, they measure all the bones, everything, check the heart, the liver, everything. And so all of that was coming back great. Ironically, I guess ironically is not the word, oddly enough, I have been saying all along, I just feel huge. I feel huge, I feel huge, I feel huge. And she got towards the end, and she says, how far along are you? And I said I was like 18 weeks and 4 days at that point. Or 18 weeks and 5 days. I had turned 18 weeks on that Thursday, and then that following Monday, or Tuesday, was this appointment. So she said, well, that's funny, you're measuring, the baby's measuring at that point about 10 ounces. So I was actually, the baby was measuring at a full 7 days ahead. And I guess that's kind of the cutoff where they might change your due date, but they did not. I'm still due January 12th, and I have to go back at 32 weeks, I believe it is. They're going to double check links and see, if we need to alter it at that point. So I'll show you some cute little pictures. None of these pictures you're going to be able to see what it is, but I will tell you what it is. But we got a ton of pictures. You got a CD with some videos so you can see like the little heartbeat. So here's the first one. He's giving you a little thumbs up. And if you heard me just slip up, it's a boy. He. So there's a little profile of him. That's the same pretty much one. Cute little foot. this one here, he is sucking his thumb. So, again, it is a boy, and we are kind of tossing around a few names. We don't have one picked out for certain, and I'm not sure if I'm going to make an announcement video. It'd just be me sitting here chatting to you, or if we're going to wait until the baby's born to let everybody know. This is probably definitely our last child. I'm getting too old for this, and so we're going to have a little boy to carry on my husband's last name. So I think that might be the last little surprise we do, since we obviously found out what we were having and all that good stuff. So stay tuned. I'll keep you updated on that. So anyways, that's that. Had my appointment after that with my OB. Everything's going well. So now we'll just kind of jump into, sorry, I'm looking at the timer. We'll just kind of jump into really quick how we're doing at 20 weeks. So I have had the craziest craving. I mean, every day my husband is like, what do you want for lunch? What do you want for supper? What do you want for lunch? What do you want for supper? Every day I'm like, steak. I want steak. I like red meat. I've never been obsessed with it like this. I would eat a steak maybe once every 3 months. I'm wanting it all the time. I'm craving red meat like crazy. What else am I craving? That's pretty much all I'm really craving. When I did go to the doctor, ironically, I was talking to her about these headaches that I've been having now for 2 months. Not going away. I've gone to the chiropractor. Tylenol doesn't do anything for it. I've gone to acupuncture. I've tried essential oils. Nothing's doing anything. And she had mentioned to me, you drank a lot of caffeine before you got pregnant. And I said, yes, I did. She said, why don't you try that? Go back to drinking like half a can of Mountain Dew in the morning and half a can in the afternoon and see if that helps. Because apparently you can have withdrawal headaches from caffeine for quite some time even after you quit. So I did that. I don't have headaches anymore. So it's kind of nice that I can have Mountain Dew back, because that is one thing I was just severely missing. But it's also a very slippery slope for me, because that is one thing that I absolutely, I mean, I was going to bed with Mountain Dew. I didn't realize how bad it was affecting me, because I could sleep drinking the stuff. So now I'm really fighting myself for that not to be my only fluid intake. So I'm still battling the water. I am still doing the fruit punch Mio drops in my water. Still drinking Glacier Smart Water. That's what I drink. And for morning sickness, I'm trying to not take the Diclegis. I'm still technically taking it. This is day 2, I think, in a row, or maybe this is the first day. I think, excuse me, a couple days ago I didn't take it. I felt good for the first day. Second day I felt absolutely horrible, so I took it for 2 more days. I haven't taken it today. I'm doing okay. Hopefully I can just get over this, because I don't like taking meds, and I mean, I will if I have to, because it's the only way I'm keeping down. It was the only way I'm keeping down my prenatals as well, and I'm keeping down food, and I'm gaining weight. I am up. I weighed 161 last week, so I've gained 7 pounds, 8 pounds, something like that. Something like that. I think I was 154 when I first got pregnant, and then I had lost a couple pounds because I was so sick, I think is what happened. How much? I think, I can't remember. I have baby brain. Baby brain like you wouldn't believe. But yeah, so originally 154, I think I went down to 152, now I'm 161. So, we're halfway there. I hope I don't get too much bigger. 20 more pounds? 181, I guess I'd survive. Just have to go to the gym. So, baby brain, serious symptom, you guys. I asked my daughter the other night for dinner if she wanted to go to, quote unquote, the place that serves salsa and chips. You know, the Chinese restaurant. Everybody looked at me like I was absolutely crazy. I heard it correct in my head and couldn't figure out why everybody was laughing at me, and then I realized I said Chinese and I meant Mexican. So, whatever. I'm really having issues with that. Any aversions? I would say no. I've been able to make us roasts and stuff. I was having problems with like raw meat. I'm doing okay with that. Round ligament pain, you guys, is serious. Like, I am using K-tape to kind of if you Google K-tape for round ligament pain, it'll show you different ways you can apply that. So I'm doing that. It's only day 3. It's helping. I still kind of get the little pulls here and there, but nothing like I was. And that is about it. I don't think there's anything else exciting to say. So I will show you my bump. I'm going to be kneeling on the bed here, so bear with me. And that will be it for this video. I'm going to thank you guys right now for watching, and if you're new, please subscribe if you want to stay up to date on how this is going. And then after this video, probably in a couple days, you'll see another one. I'll be in the same outfit, and I'm going to do my first baby haul. So stay tuned for that. So, belly shot. Alright, so here is my belly. You can kind of see through my shirt. The black lines are the tape. I have 2 pieces of tape here and then one across here to kind of help it. So, from the front, from the side, got the good old bump. I'm not going to pull my shirt up, nobody wants to see that. But that is the little guy in there. He loves to hang out right over on this side. That's where I feel all the action, kicking, punching, whatever he's doing over here. Nothing ever usually over here. And that's his little home. My little body. So, thank you guys. Bye.